Hello, Dr. Sushma Singh this side. Today we start Block 7 Information and Communication Technology, Unit 24 Dimensions of Knowledge Society, Issues of Access and Equity. Through the unit of Block 6, we have already seen how the forces of the globalization redefined the economic, social, political, and cultural aspects of contemporary human life. Revolutionary developments in information technologies which occurred in the post-World War II period, or more specifically in the 1970s and afterwards, was an integral part of globalization process that picked up increased momentum during this period. The increasing interaction and interconnectedness between the and among societies created by the current pace of globalization left information and communication technologies to become dominant in every aspect of the social system, where technologies of information processing and communication became the core of the productivity. Initiation into the processes of information handling, transmission, storage, and retrieval become the key to human progress and development and qualitatively different ways of life. In the emerging society, the information society, knowledge and information and the application of this knowledge and information to knowledge generation and information processing have become the basic constituents of the human progress. It paved the way for the emergence of a global knowledge economy, a networked society with a varied kind of economic and educational requirements and principles of organizing society, its moral values and identity. The World Development Report 1998-99 states that today's most technologically advanced economies are true knowledge-based, creating millions of knowledge-related jobs in an array of disciplines that have emerged overnight. The World Employment Report 2001 predicts that ICT will have a major impact on the global employment in the future. It is restructuring the global social and economic equation, shifting from income divide to knowledge divide. In the developed country, ICT have been the drivers of knowledge society. As is evident from the above discussion, in the information age, knowledge becomes the basic form of capital, and economic growth is driven by the accumulation of knowledge. Here, the product with high knowledge component generates higher returns and a higher growth potential. In the knowledge economy, as distinct from peasant and industrial economy, where economy wealth was produced by using human manual labor and machines respectively, the process of generation, dissemination and exploitation of knowledge produce economic wealth. Thus, the emerging knowledge society is one of in which productivity is based on acquisition or generation, dissemination and application of knowledge or information. The main objective of this unit is to try and know more about the knowledge society or information society. We will also try to trace its emergence and list its characteristics here. How and why the generation, dissemination, and application of knowledge became an integral part of knowledge society, and dimensions of work participation in knowledge society also will be analyzed in this unit. Now let us move to the topic technological transformation and human progress. Technological transformation has always played a crucial role in the progression of the human society from one stage to another. This transformation has widely influenced the economic, social, cultural, and political institutional arrangements of society by introducing changes in the nature of work participation in the organization of production. The transformation of human societies from pre-industrial agrarian to industrial and then again to post-industrial has widely been shaped by the innovation of technologies. At the beginning of the 19th century, far-reaching changes in the social and economic lives of mankind were ushered in by science, engineering, and technology. The changes of that era was marked by concerted effort of abolish slavery, large-scale expansion of centralized factory production, and the creation of industrial classes, workers and capitalists. This was characterized by production of manufactured goods and acquisition of new skills required for industrial manufacturing. The latter half of the 20th century witnessed the advent of information and communication technologies, which heralds a new phase in the history. The changes brought about by ICT in the social and economic fabric are effectively unique. During this period, there was a phenomenal expansion of computer communication, electronic technology, and service economy. Across the years, change has also been marked in the pattern of work participation. In the wake of industrialization and rapid urbanization, there has been a shift in the pattern of work participation from agricultural to non-agricultural economy, not only in the developed but also in the developing part of the world. However, this shift has taken a new turn in the wake of the emergence of the post-industrial society, whereby work participation increased in the service economy, including those in telecommunications, transport, and marketing. It is significant that till the early decades of the last century, a large segment of the workers of the industrialized nation, like those of France, United Kingdom, America, Belgium, Japan, etc., were in agriculture. Presently, though the agriculture accommodates a substantive proportion of the workforce, there has been increasing contribution of the service sector to the GDP, both in developed and developing countries. The blue-collar worker emerged very fast from the last quarter of the 19th century, and then growth became very rapid till the second half of the 20th century. Indeed, the industrial workers grew phenomenally in the first half of this century in factories, mines, and transportation, and by the 1950s they emerged to be the actual majority of the working population in the industrialized countries. However, in the last 40 years, there have been declined equally rapid, first as a proportion of the total and since the early 1980s, even in absolute numbers. The emergence of service sector as a potential avenue for employment and earning has paved the way for the emergence of knowledge economy both in developing and developed countries. Agricultural wave, industrial wave, and information age are the three stages of economic evolution of humanity according to Alvin Toffler. Presently, the human society is undergoing the third wave, that is the information wave, which is marked among other by explosive development in information technologies and predominance of service employment. Here we want to close this lecture. Thanks for so patientful hearing.